Dear students, welcome to our online class. Today, I will discuss you about voice. So, dear students, at first, I would like to say what is voice. In Bengali, voice means baccho. So, when the subject do any work, that is called voice. It can be divided into two parts, active and passive. So our main aim is to make the active sentence to passive or make the passive sentence to active. So there are some rules here. I would like to discuss about the rules. At first, when we make the active to passive, then we have to use verb. So what is verb? There are 8 verbs. We know that every verb has 3 parts. They are present form, past form and past participle form. So, verb has also 3 forms. In present form, verbs are am, is and are. In past form, was and were. And in past participle form, been. There are also another form of be, and that is ing form, been. So here we got am, is, are, was, were, been and be. Be is also used as a verb. So verb has 8 forms: be, am, is, are, was, were, been and been. There are 8 verbs. We must use verb when we make the active sentence into passive sentence. Now, dear students, we will discuss it from according to the tense. In present indefinite tense, the verbs are am, is and are. So, what we do in present indefinite tense? Dear students, look at the board. I eat rice. The subject do the work. So it is active voice. If we want to make it passive, then we have to make the object as a subject. Then according to the verb, we have to use verb, and the main form or the main verb would be past participle form, and the subject would be objective form. So rise, this is present indefinite tense, so the verb will is the past participle form of it, eaten, and the object form I is me. So my answer would be rice is eaten by me. This is passive because the subject of this sentence remain passive. Sorry, here you also use by plus object. So by. So the the answer will be rice is eaten by me. By plus the object form of subject. Dear students, here another example. He plays football. He plays football. So the subject will be football, then this is present tense. So the verb will be is the past participle form of play, played, and by plus the objective form of subject, by him. I think it is clear to you. Now we will learn how the active voice to passive in present continuous tense. We know that in present continuous tense there is a verb. So if any sentence has verb, we have to add be plus be. In present continuous tense, be always present. So in this case, we have to use be plus be. This will be the structure. And the total structure, I will show you an example. They are doing the job. So in this sentence, the job, this is object, it would be used as subject. So the job. Here is a verb. The job is singular, so the verb will be is. I have already said that be plus being. This is verb. Now being. The job is being the past participle form of main verb. So do, did, done. The job is being done by plus objective form of subject. So this is them. In present continuous tense, we can solve the active voice to passive in this way. Now, dear students, we will learn about present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, there is a verb, and in singular form has, and in plural form have. Have and has and have, or have and has. So if this have verb is present in any sentence, then we have to add have or has plus been. Now dear students, look at the board. We have solved the problem. Now dear students, the problem, this is object, it will be used as subject. The problem. Then here we have used have. The problem is singular form, so we have to use has. Then been. The problem has been the past participle of main verb is solved. Here already solved there. So the problem has been solved by plus the objective form of subject of. So in present perfect tense we can make the active voice to passive in this way. Now dear students, we learn how to make the active voice to passive in past tense. In past indefinite tense, we know that there is no be verb. So we have to take a be verb. Just like this. He did it. So we have to use the past form of be verb. Here it is object, it will be subject, it, then the past form of be verb was, and the past participle form of main verb done, and by plus the objective form of subject. So in this way we can make the active voice to passive in past indefinite tense. Now dear students, in past continuous, as like as present continuous, past continuous has a be verb, and the be verb are was and were. In singular we have to use was, and in plural we have to use were. So dear students, look at the board. Rohim was digging the soil. So this is a present continuous tense, past continuous tense. Now we have to use the same rule. The object will be used as a subject, the soil. At first we have to write the object of the sentence, soil. Then be plus being. We have already said in present continuous tense. Here is the same. The soil was being. Now the past participle form of dig. Dig, dug, dug. So, dug. The soil was being dug by plus the objective form of subject. Ruin, the subject form is ruin and the object form is also ruin. So dear students, in this way we can make the active voice to passive in past continuous tense. Now dear students, we will learn how to make the active voice to passive in future indefinite tense. At first, I would like to discuss about modal verb. There are some modals here, and the modals are shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to. So these modals, when we find these modals in any sentence, in the case of passive, we have to use modal plus be. That means modal plus the main verb of be. That is be verb. So, in this case, there is an example. She will do the sum. So, in this sentence, there is a modal verb. So, when we make it passive, we have to do the same thing as we did earlier. The object will be subject, the sum, then modal, will, then will plus be. So, the sum will be, and the past participle form of do, done, the sum will be done by plus objective form of subject have. Dear students, so we have learned present indefinite, present continuous and present perfect, past indefinite, past continuous and future indefinite. So, in according to the tense, we can generally use active to passive like this. So, you have to learn about the objective form of the pronoun, the subjective form of pronoun. Subjective form and the objective form. I, me, we, us, you, he, him, she, her, and they, them. So, in passive voice, we must use the objective form of the subjective form of this pronoun, that is called also nominative. So now dear students, the main word of voice. At first we have to find subject, verb and object. First of all, we have to make the object as a subject, then we have to find out the be verb. If there is be verb, we not need to use be verb, but if there is no be verb, we must use a be verb. Without be verb, we cannot make the passive voice. And the main verb will always passive past participle form in passive voice, and the object will be, then the subject will be used as a object of the passive voice, and the objective form of this pronoun that I have write earlier, you have must follow it. And now dear students, we always use be verb. Generally we use be verb by. Generally we use by, but instead of by we can use another pronoun, preposition, like this: he knows me. The main verb is know. So what will be we do here? Me, the object, so when it used as a subject, it will be I. Then the be verb am. The past participle form known. I am known to him. Here we use to instead of by. So in this case we have to use to here, not by. So there is some words I would like to say you that যারা যারা যেখানে টু হবে সেখানে কারো জন্য যখন ফর দিও তখন অ্যাট উইথ কন্ট্যাক্ট বিহেভিয়ার বাকি সব বাইয়ের কারবার। ইফ ইউ মেমোরাইজ ইট দেন ইউ ক্যান ইজিলি ইউজ বাই, টু, ফর, অ্যাট in the case of sentence. The sentence will show you what you will use before the object: by, to, at, or for. So dear students, I hope you will learn it and try it at home. I am sure that you will solve your problem, and if any problem, keep in touch with us. Stay home and keep quiet. Goodbye.